Hi there guys, so interestingly and rather bizarrely, David Haye said in a recent interview that he would only come out of retirement for the winner of Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. And upon first hearing that, you would think he's just joking, but it doesn't seem like he is. It kind of seems like he is being sincere, that that would be an opportunity that he would be unable to turn down. This is what he had to say. The only one thing that I would do it for is the winner of AJ and Tyson Fury, because that would be number one versus number one. That's probably the only one, but not really. It's a lot to go through. I've got my body in a good place right now, and I'm in a good place. All my injuries have healed up. There's been no hardcore training. I've been at home with my weights. Normally, when you train for a fight, you've got to put your body through it if you want to knock out big guys and have a chance of winning against these giants. You've got to sacrifice and put your body through it. I've enjoyed this time where the intensity has been taken from a 10 to a 3. Everyone thinks I train super hard, but not really. I train between a half hour and 45 minutes every day. But I have a nice routine. I'm not training for an athletic performance. I'm training for vanity. When I watch a fight now, I think I'd slip that jab, I'd do this, I'd do that. That's the slippery slope when your brain starts going like that. I remember watching Anthony Joshua when he fought Andy Ruiz Jr. and I thought, damn, that would be very difficult to beat. Even on my best day, that version of Anthony Joshua that is boxing and light on his feet, he's ready and fearful as well. I thought the same thing when I saw Tyson Fury fight Deontay Wilder. I'm watching and I'm like, that guy Fury is very hard to beat. So those are the two performances I've seen since I've been retired, where I've watched and gone, that would have been a very hard night's work, no matter what version of me that was. Them guys are big, they're strong, and they're in their prime. That version of AJ and that version of Tyson Fury, for any heavyweight in history, would have been a hard night. So there we go, guys. The only way that David Haye would make his big comeback to the ring for whatever time it would be, third, fourth time, he would only do it for the winner of AJ versus Tyson Fury, which I mean is a long way off anyway, that fight happening. So David Haye would be like 41 by that time. So there's no way that David Haye is going to fight the winner of Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And I mean, I said I thought he was being sincere, but he must have been joking, right? I mean, he cannot say that at 41 years old, he's going to be better than when he was 37. I think that was the age he was when he lost to Tony Bellew. And in that fight, the second one, he just didn't look like David Haye. I thought that in the second fight, he was probably worse than he was in the first one, even though in the first one, he was quite amateurish trying to land that big punch. But David Haye still had a lot of his weapons. He was still very fast, very explosive, and very powerful. But rupturing that Achilles and then the bicep tear after as well, it was just taking too much of a toll on David Haye's body. And his body just broke down really, because David Haye really wasn't the same fighter we have been used to seeing in the ring. A prime David Haye is trouble for anyone. I actually believe that David Haye is better than his record suggests, and he's got a great record. So I do believe that David Haye is trouble for anyone on his day. But at 41 years old, with that kind of fighting style, he's just not going to be able to compete with the giants like AJ and Tyson Fury, who are not only giants, but punch hard, fast, and are good boxers as well. David Haye, though, at the moment is looking quite light. He's looking quite lean. And I think that is what he needed to be when he fought Tony Bellew. He was coming in north of 16 stone. And if you look at all of David Haye's best performances, he's been around 15 stone, maybe just a little bit north of that cruiserweight limit. And that's just because he's a smaller guy. You can't try and make yourself something you're not. David Haye is fast. He's powerful. He's explosive. He has good movement. So he needs to play to those strengths. He doesn't need to go in there trying to be the big guy in the fight, because he's never going to be. And I think that was the big problem with his big comeback. He came in trying to be the big heavyweight, trying to be the big guy, when he needed to be the smaller guy in there. As I said, you cannot be what you are not. And David Haye, when he is in there, the smaller guy, that is when he is most dangerous. Plus, I do not believe that David Haye's body was capable of carrying that kind of mass and doing the things that he needed to do in the ring, like rupturing his Achilles and his bicep and things like that. David Haye just didn't need to be at that kind of weight. He needed to be around 15 stone because his body just couldn't take it. It's alright if he wants to be a bodybuilder, a powerlifter, or something like that, but being a professional athlete, where you work off of speed, explosiveness, and movement, you cannot be over 16 stone when you have the dimensions of David Haye. But anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe that David Haye was being sincere, that he would only come out of retirement to fight Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, whoever wins that fight? Or do you believe it was a bit of a joke? I think it might have been a little bit of a joke, but I mean, the kind of money he would get, that would be kind of hard to turn down if the winner of that fight ultimately called him out. All I will say is boxing is so unpredictable, nothing would surprise me. Anyway, guys, Drop your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, if there was a potential fight, maybe between Tyson Fury, David Haye, Anthony Joshua, David Haye, who do you think would win? And let's do it in David Haye's prime. A prime David Haye versus a prime Anthony Joshua, or a prime David Haye versus a prime Tyson Fury. Who do you believe would win those fights? And remember, styles do make fights. Anyway, guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Click your thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks, guys.